I'm a biker, true and proud, ride an iron horse that's free and wild. A biker, true and proud, admitting I'm scared is not allowed. I may not look so mean and tough, but let me tell you so, I'm no powder puff. What it takes to ride, well, I got the stuff. I got what it takes to ride. Got what it takes to ride. Got what it takes to ride. Hi there, and welcome back to another episode of It's Never Too Late, where we believe it's never too late to
follow your dreams, start something new,
have some fun. Last week, you may or may not have noticed something different with Curtis kind of halfway through the episode. Who picked it up? He looked a little bit younger halfway through.
Maybe it was that thing in my medicine cabinet called a razor.
Yeah. Looks younger, right? Without the white on his face. You don't see all the white in his hair so much. And last week, we were in the middle of seeing the South Carolina Cotton Museum in Bishopville, South Carolina.
Yeah, we got some information there that kind of like shocked us.
So we're going to continue on with the South Carolina Cotton Museum right now. One day white flower, next day red flower, and next day it dies. It only blooms for 2 days. And those little prickly things up there are what gets you when you pick it by hand. So here's the famous cotton gin, and it separates the cotton, the lint, the white stuff from the seeds. And the seeds make up 2/3 of the weight. Please touch. I like that. Oh, okay. It kind of feels the same.
Oh, this got seeds here.
Oh, yeah, okay. It's got seeds in it. You can feel the little lumps. That's a boll weevil. This is a reproduction of a boll weevil, obviously not to scale, but it killed off 70% of the South Carolina's cotton crop. This is a cotton duster. They used to use this to spread calcium arsenic to kill the boll weevils. And if you touched it with your hands, it was really toxic. So they made this machine, but you're still breathing it in, and they still weren't quite sure how well it worked against the boll weevils. Those are the shuttles that you use back and forth to weave. They don't look happy. And then weaving became mechanized like everything else. And that's how they made the yarn. Look at that. Piece of cotton coming down here, and there's a piece of it, and pull it. You can just pull it, it'll come apart. But if you twist it,
like this. If you twist it, you can't break it.
and that's what this machine does. It twists it into
It
yarn.
actually takes it from this size to yarn.
So we found out that cotton balls aren't just what looks like what you pick them right off.
Nope.
It goes into rope. Cotton goes into big, thick rope. And then it goes into another machine, and it cuts them and drops little cotton balls. So we have to stop in the gift shop, the South Carolina Cotton Museum, and look what it says on the bag.
I will do it. And I've already spoken.
Have you lost your cotton picking mind? And the rule is that you walk in front of your husband when you wear it. And then we got a really special treat from Ed Grant, who was giving us the tour. They have another museum next door. And that was
unexpected. Oh my goodness,
unexpected.
That was really cool.
Yes. Right next door to the Cotton Museum is the Lee County Veterans Museum. It is an amazing place. I'm not going to photograph all of it because some of it is just so emotional, but it goes back to the Revolution and it goes all the way up to the present. This is a local serviceman, Wilbur C. Lyles of Lee County. He was in the Coast Guard. Parts of his diary, parts of letters home. And these are the buttons on the Navy uniform, which eventually became 13 buttons, representing the original 13 colonies. My dad was in the Merchant Marine, and back in World War II, they were not considered veterans and did not get veterans benefits.
Take one of these.
Major James Capers. Here he is.
He is also up for the Medal of Honor.
Wounded 19 times, Vietnam vet, most successful poster for the Marines. And he actually was in here, you said.
Yes, I've had him here 3 times.
God bless you. This is the table set for the veterans who didn't come home.
Okay, we just came out of the South Carolina Cotton Museum. There was a bonus here. Right next to it is the Lee County Veterans Museum. We were like the only ones in there. We got a special tour. This place is magnificent. They have an art gallery in here that a man collected. The Smithsonian wanted it. It's got signatures from all kinds of special military personnel.
Yeah,
you got to come here and find out who signed these things.
There was one room that was so overwhelming emotionally, I couldn't take pictures there. You'd just have to come and see it. It's so highly recommended. I think we spent 2 hours here.
Let me tell you something. This is what we do. We stop, we see a sign, we say, all right, let's check it out. Most of the time, it is just fascinating. And that's what we're all about, sharing all this stuff that we find with you.
So I mentioned that there were certain things I couldn't photograph. It's not that I wasn't allowed to do it. I just felt too emotional about doing it. What they had was memorabilia from the Enola Gay. For those of you who may not remember, that was the plane that carried the bomb over to Hiroshima during World War II that helped end the war. And they had a blood-stained flag from one of the major battle areas in World War II.
Japanese flag, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And it was very, very emotional to see this. They had also, you remember the photographs that they had.
Yeah. That's what the Smithsonian was, because of all the men that signed them. Men that were on Enola Gay and all.
So that's what I did not photograph, but I wanted to let you know what was there. Good morning. It is May 19th. It is my birthday. I'm the big 65 today.
Yeah, happy birthday to you.
And we are here in Asheville, North Carolina. We're having a little breakfast, then we're going to go to the Biltmore. It's a Vanderbilt estate. It's supposed to be awesome. So we're going to do some serious dream building when we go there. Take lots of pictures. We were going to take a cab here, and we're so glad we took our bikes because there are 4,000 acres.
It's a small estate.
That's half the estate that you can ride around. And we're going to go see the farm and the tavern and the winery first, and then later we're going to see the estate house.
The railroad. There's a railroad here.
And gardens. Many, many, many gardens. So we're going to start with the farm.
There's some shooting going on over there, too. I wonder what that's all about.
Yeah, in the background. I don't know. Maybe it's...
This place is big.
It's huge.
4,000 acres.
Can you imagine?
I thought I had a lot of land with 100 acres.
Oh, we're pikers. We're the poor relatives.
I guess that's where my guests are going to stay, on the 100 acres.
Yeah.
Now I got to get 100,000.
Oh, what did you do with 100,000 acres?
Travel. All over it.
On your own property.
Invite guests.
This is our first glimpse of the farmyard. This is all Vanderbilt estate, by the way. Look, he's following us, just like Fred. But there's a fence between us, so he can't attack me. I don't think. Bye. It's a baby goat. Look how cute. Here's a 1920 hay press. That's how they used to make bales of hay back in the day.
1920.
Even the horses had it good at the Vanderbilt estate. They only had one horse per stall, and that's a pretty big sized stall. Look at that. It comes off the roof, it goes into that pipe from the gutter, goes down the chain and into the barrel. Fresh rainwater. I love that one. That one's really cool.
So this one's a nice piece of bittersweet vine that came from right down here at our equestrian center. Peeled the bark off in places, left it on to show the intercambium layer, which is a beautiful orange color. This one wrapped around a piece of maple, and the vine took over and killed off the tree, so I figured I'd make up a good broom out of this one. But it'll be very similar to that large one there next to the caribou antler when it's done. Everything else is local here, but except the caribou. I promise we don't have caribou around here.
It takes a year for the handles to cure. Sometimes 2 years, depending on how thick they are. I love it. So pretty. They've only polished part of it, and the rest of it they left raw. I love that. Look at that lamp. That is an awesome lamp. So we finished looking at the barn and all that cool stuff, and now we're on our way to the winery, which used to be the dairy. How is this for artwork? Look at this. And you can go in it. What kind of artwork can you go in?
Help with that picture? Welcome to my home.
That was pretty cool. That's made out of trees. And there's things growing, greenery, and it was very cool. You can walk in artwork.
It's called stickwork.
Stickwork, that's what it's called.
Right over here.
Stickwork artist. Freeze a bird, it's called. There's a statue of Cornelia Vanderbilt with her dog, Cedric. And now there is Cedric's Tavern, they named after the dog. All right, we have heard that the Biltmore ice cream made from their milk was the best in the world, so we're going to have a little ice cream here.
I don't care what time it is. I'm having ice cream.
It's a little early in the
Yeah,
day. But starting off the day, right, what did you get?
Butter pecan.
Butter pecan, he says. And I got the world's best flavor ever, chocolate chip mint.
Oh, yeah.
He's saying his is better. All right. That's good. I don't think it's going to beat mine. He's taking a second scoop of mine now. Let me try it. I mean, I shouldn't have gotten that second spoon. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Really good.
I told you so. I think that's the biggest robin I have ever seen. Is the entrance to the winery. Look at this. Look at
Notice
this.
it's curved and downhill, so it's easy to get out after you drink the wine.
Look at the beautiful flowers. Lavender, my favorite. Some of those fancy vines that they make the broomsticks out of. Oh, look at this. Wow.
Come see my wine cellar. Bring your friends, all of them.
And the village. Yeah, we have big parties.
It feels like Christmas.
Look at that. I like these wine bottles.
motorcycle.
Look at the wine holders. Is there a motor? Oh, there's a motorcycle there holding a bottle. Now that's perfect. That's perfect.
And that motorcycle wine caddy became my birthday present that day.
As a bride and a groom. That's adorable. And a fisherman. Oh, that's for Curtis. Look at that. So what's my husband doing? I bet you can't guess what my husband's doing while we're here.
Chocolate,
He just had ice cream.
banana, pecan, caramel, chocolate. It's gotta be good.
Look at the pretty azaleas. Oh, that's nice. Okay, are you ready for your wow moment?
Well, we're gonna go see our friends, the Vanderbilts, and this is their home. It's just a small, quaint little place on about 400 acres.
No, I think it's 4,000
Glad they're my
acres.
friends.
The house itself is 4 acres. And all the carvings were done right on the house. They weren't done separately and then put up there. They did it right on the house using scaffolding.
We're just going to show you a few highlights, some of my favorite things from the house. This is the room that greets you when you enter the house. It's a beautiful solarium with this gorgeous ceiling. This is the dining room. It's set for a cozy 26 people. The dining room, of course, is adorned with magnificent chandeliers. This is the table for the main family members, and notice there are 3 fireplaces in the back. And if you'd like some music while you're dining, doesn't every dining room have an organ? After dinner, the men retire to this room to play pool. This room has a secret passage into the room where the men enjoy cigars and look over their gun collection. This 250-room house has 35 bedrooms, 43 bathrooms, and 65 fireplaces. This guest room has a beautifully handcrafted ceramic fireplace. Guests have their own living room and library. as well as their own breakfast nook. This was one of my favorite rooms. It's the music room, and it was being built during World War II. Great masterpieces were hidden here during the war. While visiting this mansion, we walked on this magnificent staircase with this beautiful chandelier. This was Edith Vanderbilt's room, and this is where Cornelia Vanderbilt was born. This is the terrace in the back of the house, which leads to this magnificent view. This is the view from behind the house. It's really breathtaking. Pretty little passageway here. There are little gardens all over, but we're going to go see the big gardens by the house. Oh, this is the walk to the gardens. Oh, look at that. I love that tree. The color's amazing. Look at that. Wow.
There's a shady spot right here.
And a little bench to
And there's
sit
a
on.
bench over here.
Oh, poor guy needs to catch his breath. Beautiful. This is where they have the train exhibit. Garden Railway train exhibit. Everything in here, all the replicas and everything, are made from some kind of plant. Even the house. Now, what do you think? There's little twigs. Okay, so that's bark. But what is that like cornmeal maybe? That makes up the house. You can see the twigs.
Could be leaf petals for the roof.
Oh, could be leaf petals for the roof. Yeah, that could be. Little twigs you see there. Train trestle. Aww, my hubby loves trains. New York Central Caboose.
Yep.
This was originally designed for them to grow flowers and to exhibit plants they bought, and also to grow some food for the family. A reproduction of this building.
Did you see this one?
Scotty said those look like eyes. Like a fuzzy cactus.
Makes you want to touch it, don't it?
Curtis is thinking those might be coffee beans, which could be because we're in a hothouse. Oh, the aroma in this room is amazing. Oh, wow. And these orchids. Oh my goodness, look at that color. Look at that. They smell gorgeous. Hydrangea. This is a rattlesnake plant. I don't even want to know why they call it that. This looks like a rose bush, a rose tree actually, and the aroma is amazing. Look how pretty. We're in the Christmas shop in case you hadn't figured that out. Look at the little Christmas tree. Curtis says that's for when you live in the city. Santa, I've been a very good girl this year, and it's my birthday, so you're going to get me something extra special, right? See that cute guy over there holding the camera? He's not so bad either. I think he wants a phone.
Any time of year she sees Santa, she'll go grab a hug.
Look at this tree. Look at that giant ornament on it. Look, there's a nativity scene in Santa's scepter. Handmade in Italy. And on the back, there's another nativity scene on the back of his coat. Look how pretty.
Christmas tree.
To top off my birthday celebration, we went to Modesto in downtown Asheville. So we wanted a special place to eat for my birthday. 65 today, and at the hotel we're staying at, they recommended Modesto, and they said it's worth the wait. We had to wait an hour to get a reservation. Worth the wait, and when I tell you it was totally worth the wait, amazing. Asheville, downtown, go to Modesto, it's great. They not only had these wonderful homemade desserts, but look at the candle they gave me to celebrate. It was a perfect finish to a perfect day.
So we are here, a beautiful, beautiful morning. We just left Asheville on our way to see Noah's Ark. And we just crossed into Tennessee, and the mountains are just gorgeous. Going to do our best to take some pictures for you.
Little did we know that this rest stop was going to cause us to completely change our direction.
So, in typical Des Moines fashion, we're making a change of route right now. We stopped here to take a little bathroom break and to get the GoPro in place. And I met a woman in the washroom who said she was on her way to Loretta Lynn's. They're having a motorcycle and music festival in Hurricane Mills, Tennessee.
That's right up our alley.
Which is
We
300.
ride motorcycles, she rides music. Oh well, kind of like we have to go there.
Kind of like it's a dare.
Yeah.
So instead of going north now, we're going to head west over to Hurricane Mills. We'll see. Hopefully.
Don't worry, we'll hit the Ark.
We'll get to the Ark one of these days. But for right now, we'll just hope we can get a place to stay when we're there, because we don't know how big this rally's going to be. But we're about to find out a little bit more out of our comfort zone. That's all it's all about.
See you later.
Bye.
From Daytona to Kissimmee making tracks. It was 4 a.m. and pouring rain, and I was on the back. 50-mile-an-hour winds blew trucks right off of the road. We were anxious, we were tired, we were soaked and we were cold. The night was closing in on us, it was late and getting later, but the rain kept getting to the bike and choked the carburetor. Now and then we'd stall and have to wait it out till the carburetor'd work again. We'd continue on our route. We were underneath an overpass with the rain pouring down. The wind was blowing sideways and trucks were being tossed around. We were soaked right through our leathers, from our heads down to our toes. And how we'd get back safely, we knew God only knows.
Where are you, babe?
I'm at Loretta Lynn's ranch.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
here for the music rally. We're just about to get our passes for the day. Look at this is country. Loretta Lynn Dude Ranch.
Shut up,
We're
Clayton.
gonna be on our TV show, right?
Sweetheart, you got your arm around me. I don't mind where we go.
Now, this is what happened. We stopped in Tennessee at a rest stop. I met a woman who said, you gotta go to Loretta Lynn's. They're having a motorcycle and music festival. Well, had to change direction and go there. We go to the next gas stop. We meet Clayton. We say hi, we start talking. He goes, where are you going? So he comes along. So we have only heard about this the last 3 hours, the last 12 hours. And here we are. So we're going to go check out Loretta Lynn's ranch.
I'm looking for Crystal Gale.
Oh yeah, by the way, I'm still here.
Hey, we've got bikes and bikes and bikes. There's
smell
racing
food.
going on. I smell food too. I'm hungry. Hungry. Classic
Oh, yeah.
biker rally food. Yes. I'm looking over there. I see a wall of death. We got to check that out. We see lots and lots of vendors. There's some music going on. It's a bike rally. Whee! At Loretta Lynn's ranch.
And of course, it wouldn't be a bike rally without some motorcycle races.
Again, Ronnie, hold that inside line. Don't get squirrely. We're down to the last lap.
And some bikers start very young.
Everybody give it up for these kids. Hey, that was the awesome.
Oh, he's adorable. Look at the kid.
Asian Dan, we got to take the second round this time. I think he's got a second set.
And the chopper's catching up. Look at that chopper go. Woo!
Watch out, Asian Dan's coming around.
Come on.
There they are for the win. Oh!
Hey,
put
Sloop,
they
when
put
you
a
get
hot
loaded up,
dog
come our
on a
way.
string. They put lots
Please,
of
kind
mustard
sir.
on it. And the woman on the back has to take as big a bite as she can. Well, eventually we made it back to our hotel safe and sound, and peeled off all our leathers till purple skin we found. By the way, it don't wash off, you're walking great for days. Takes the same to dry out leathers laid out in sunlight's rays. I live to tell the story, he didn't shoot me, well not yet, but I still get a wholesome chuckle from the night I can't forget. We walked away with a story to tell as the conversation lagged, and the lesson learned is never ride without rain gear in your saddlebag. We were underneath an overcast with the rain up pouring down. The wind was blowing sideways and trucks were being tossed around. We were soaked right through our leathers, from our heads right to our toes. Well, that's how it is with biking, yet our love for it still grows. Yeah, that's how it is with biking, yet our love for it still grows.
On this weenie bike here? You know, you're from New York, you've been to the rallies over there. You know how they do this in New York? They move the dog up and down. They don't just let it hang
There's got to be
down.
a challenge.
Oh yeah, the girls in New York don't have grab that wiener.
Yeah.
No hands.
Yeah.